Okay.
All right. What else is going on?
Also wanted to mention, speaking of Pokken.
Pokken.
Pokken. So there is that tournament series that's been going on that they're planning to do this year. Like they just announced CEO was a part of it.
I'm sorry, I'm literally tearing up. That's. Anyway, go on.
Pokken is receiving $100,000 prize pool.
Okay.
For their tournament championship series.
That is nothing to laugh at.
That is $100,000. It was funny because Magus actually tweets like, "Who is this game marketed for?" Right? And I was like, "Dude, Pokemon's 20 years old now. A lot of those 5-year-old players back then are like 25 now. So maybe they want a serious fighting game. Who knows?"
Look, I'm a little bit confused about the demographic myself, but there are certainly tons of different gaming communities that it like has a little bit to do with.
Right.
So if a little bit of each of those ones like gets interested, it could be a huge scene.
Right.
And certainly, I'm looking forward to trying it out myself. It's coming out this weekend. Right?
Yeah, I think so. I think the launch day is actually on the FGC calendar. Says it's launching on Friday.
There you go.
So
there you go. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm excited about it too.
Try out that in the champ. See how it goes.
Yeah.
It looks pretty sick, I think.
That was the name of a Pokemon, I assume?
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
Yeah. Machamp. And that might be how it's
properly
pronounced.
This is a game that I will definitely not be trying to commentate anytime soon.
You're not going to try it out? You can try it out at least?
Well, I'll mess with it for sure. Yeah.
I mean, once you see the names, you'll know them. Like, I don't know a bunch of the Pokemon because I just didn't play that much after the first one. So I don't really know a lot of them, but whatever. Like once you play it for the first time, you'll see it's like learning any.
Yeah, but I just feel like if I'm not able to like talk about what generation they're from or what water type or psychic type or whatever like that.
For example, when Persona became a fighting game, did it bother you that you didn't know like the extended lore behind the characters?
True. I guess that's true.
It didn't matter, right?
Okay.
And it'll be the same for Pokken.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It doesn't really matter.
I mean, look,
it's cool.
I love Picross. Picross is like one of my favorite kinds of puzzle games.
Okay.
Right? They came out with a Pokemon Picross, and that should be right up my alley. I didn't really like it that much.
Huh.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I don't know if it had anything to do with the Pokemon, but they just put all these weird things like set a water type and then use their special powers, and I was like,
dude,
I just want to play Picross. I just want to play Picross, dude. So.
I mean, really, Pokémon isn't that tough to understand. It's really it's a fun series. So anyway, I'm really looking forward to the game.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Well, speaking of games, let's talk about game news here.
Okay.
There was actually a really cool video that just came out, basically, that compared all the different input delay timings between various fighting games on the PC version.
Yes.
And Street Fighter V didn't look so good.
Yeah.
It actually did the worst, even worse than Mortal Kombat X on the PC.
Yeah, that is to say, not the updated MKX.
Yeah.
Like the janky one.
Yeah, if you're not doing better than MKX on the PC, you have some serious issues.
Yeah.
So there was a little bit, but the interesting thing is that Ultra Street Fighter 4 used to have this ability to let you turn off VSync. That's not there on Street Fighter 5, and apparently you can do it by hacking the INI file. Yeah. And if you do, it does actually improve the input delay a little bit.
A lot, actually, if I recall correctly.
Oh, okay, yeah. And then, dude, I still don't know how this. Look, somebody kept telling me this during the beta season. And I just didn't even talk to Capcom about it because I didn't even think it was going to be necessary to say anything.
Okay.
But you can't remap keys on the keyboard yet. You have to play with the default keys. Like, people are using, like, hack things that turn, like, the map keys to different keys to be able to play that on there. Yep. And there are some people who are legit playing on the keyboard. So
there always have been, yeah.
I don't know. So,
dude, look, it continues to be absurd. Yeah. Hopefully, when this March update comes out, some of this stuff at least will be fixed.
Yeah, I mean, dude, don't get us wrong. Like, seriously, the game is so much fun.
Oh, the gameplay.
I love this game so much, but dude, everything around the game is like,
it's a garbology.
Yeah, pretty much. So.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, hopefully they patch in an ability to turn off VSync because that would probably help a lot. So, But let's talk about this thing that you were hinting at a little bit earlier, the auto confirms.
Right. So this is built off the same idea as when in Mortal Kombat X, an option select in that game, where you would get something to come out on block, and if it hits, you would get something else to come out, or nothing to come out.
Right.
Right, depending on what you wanted. It appears that Street Fighter V has the same sort of idea. On block, nothing will come out. On hit, special move will come out. Which means that you can just walk around doing stand jab buffered into hurricane kick with Ken, and it works on hit. And on block, just the jab. Yeah. So that's super good.
Now, a lot of people were saying that it's harder than it looks. Obviously, everyone can record the dummy to do it once and then show how broken it is. I've heard some people say it's actually not super hard, Ken standing jab. Now, the other thing I have not heard yet is anyone talk about any other normal moves.
I haven't tried yet.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if that's, but you know what? Like, I don't even know if it's worth practicing it. Because,
that's why I haven't tried.
Because they've been working so hard killing all the option selects. It's got, it's...
Got to think it's out here.
It's probably
if I were competing at final round, oh, buddy, I would spend so much time learning that.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Absolutely. But I'm not. And so I'm just learning the game and having fun, because that's, like, my role. So, yeah, I agree with you that it's definitely going to get patched out.
Someone actually asked this question to me on Twitter, and it was funny because I don't think anyone's tried it yet.
Okay.
Has anyone tried that really goofy tech from Street Fighter 4, that thing that if you do the button press, that it only comes out if they attack? Remember that proximity OS? Yeah, that proximity OS.
Yeah, it's probably in there.
I wonder if it exists.
It existed in Guilty Gear and Blaze Blue, right? So it just seems like it might be something having to do with proximity guard in general. If that's true, it's probably in SF5. Right. I haven't tested it yet.
Okay. But yeah, I'm assuming that'll get patched out at some point in time. But
Casey Cora in the chat brings up an interesting point. Says the problem with killing off the OS stuff is that people will just hide all of their tech like the old days. I think that's true.
Yeah.
I think that's true.
Absolutely true. It's funny because I kept finding all these Zangief things, and I keep tweeting him the Snake Eyes, and he doesn't respond to me.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's mad at me exposing some of the things that he wants to use.
Yeah.
Because he's done that stored 720. Like, people said they've seen him do that, like Stan Short walk up and then 720. He's known about it for a long time. His only tweet that I saw from him was like, I can't believe people don't think I know about this already. Yeah. So, we'll see how it goes.
He's good at investigating stuff. So.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of Street Fighter V, Capcom has asked people to submit evidence of rage quitters. Apparently some rage quitters have been started to get punished.
Yeah.
League points have been disappearing from some players.
Yeah.
So.
What do you think about that?
I mean, I'm hoping that they want more reports so that they can see patterns in the player, so they can mine the data a little bit more and see kind of behaviors. See if there's any key factors that they can kind of recognize that can trigger them as, oh, this is a rage quitter.
Right.
Outside of using us to report it to them, so they can basically, we're policing ourselves right now, which is kind of silly.
Yeah.
Like, we shouldn't be doing this, right? We shouldn't have to be reporting at all.
And it's not that consequential anyway. A person just can keep rage quitting, no big deal.
Right, exactly. So, and plus another thing too is like, I think the requirements they sent out was like they had to have like some crazy like 80%, 90% rage quit rate or something like that. So it's not going to hit a lot of people. So yeah, you still see a lot of people rage quitting right now on stream. So,
yeah, I've seen it.
Hopeful, but I mean, they did say that they do have plans to deal with it. So I hope that this wasn't it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. I look forward to a day when we look back on Street Fighter V's launch as just something that happened in the past, and isn't it great that all of those problems were solved? Hopefully.
Let's hope.
Even MKX fixed a lot of its stuff.
Yeah.
Not at PC is not there, but anyway.
Again,
all right.
As they mentioned, as in the SRK article, KoF14, just coming out soon, has had the worst time trying to keep secrets.
Yes.
Because apparently the entire roster was leaked.
Right.
Not necessarily the characters' names, but just basically...
I mean, almost all those characters are ones that I know.
Right. There's a few new ones in here. Like,
Yeah.
apparently, this South American team, no one seems to recognize anybody in there. There's a couple of other ones that are strange that, like, some people don't recognize.
Yeah.
There's this dude, like, I don't know
Yeah,
what the
I don't
heck
know who that is.
Dude, that guy looks so bizarre. Like,
Yeah.
seriously, he's such a strange looking
He's
guy.
a villain.
Yeah, he's a villain.
On Team Villain.
Yeah, Team Villain. I think it's kind of funny they have Team Another World with characters from other fighting games. So that's NuckleDu there, and then 2 other characters from a couple of other games. I think it's Sky Love's Love Heart and Dragon Gal's Mui Mui Mew Mui 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 Mui. Yeah.
I don't know.
But
yeah,
this
women
whole...
fighters. Anyway, yeah, there's basically the characters in KoF14.
And anyone who has a red border apparently are new characters that have not been in KoF before or something to that effect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
So...
But yeah, a lot of those characters are characters that we know, so and are not surprises.
Right, and Dinosaur!
Oh yeah, brand new character, totally in red there for a good reason. Happens to be on Team Mexico.
Yep.
Happens to shout out Justice Hurricane as he... Brand new character though.
Dinosaur! But this does say that with this many characters that there will be over 19,600 possible teams that you can create, so... Yeah, shoutouts to KoF being unable to maintain secrecy with their game and stuff, but
I'm looking forward to playing T-Zoc. It'll be cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, every time I see that game, it looks nicer.
Although the most recent picture of Choi didn't look very good to me.
Oh yeah, did you see the trailer?
No, I didn't see the trailer. There was just a picture of him like staring at the screen, and he just looked kind of weird to me.
I thought in the trailer the graphics definitely looked like it was a step up.
Okay.
So, anyway.
Japan, they had a demonstration for the 2 new characters in Guilty Gear Xrd Revelation, which was Kum Hae-hyun and Raven, right? So they got to show off some of those characters. Did you get to see any of those?
I did.
I was really interested in Goom, I guess it's supposed to be pronounced.
Okay.
Kum Hae-hyun, because they said that this character is designed for beginners to help people get into the game. And if you watch this character, like the character literally has fireball, like an uppercut, like a spin kick.
Yeah.
The character did not look very complicated at all.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, I think that this might actually work pretty well. So.
But there's some depth in there though.
Yeah,
right?
like
you can pilot the fireball or something. Isn't that the deal?
Well, the fireballs, I think, automatically, like depending on what button you use, I think they
maybe
do
that's what
different
it is.
things. Yeah.
But
he definitely rolls along the floor like a tank, which is kind of funny.
What do you think people? What gender pronoun will people use to talk about Kum?
That's a really good question.
Because the robot is an old man.
Right. But obviously it's being
piloted by a girl.
Yeah. And the wind pose where he like flexes and like the back opens up and all the steam comes out and you see her arm come out with the fan and she starts fanning. It's just really funny.
Did you see the one where she accidentally causes like the meltdown?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think that's just her win. I think that's just every time that's what she does.
I thought that was super cool.
It probably is most people are probably going to say she.
Okay, all right. I just think that's funny to think about.
Yeah.
But then that wasn't the only character shown.
Right, Raven was also shown. I didn't get to see a lot of this character. Did you actually get to watch some of the stuff?
I did watch some of that stuff. Yeah, I think it's a really interesting looking character. We talked a little bit about what the character does last time. But yeah, I'm really excited to try it out. The ranged command grab speaks to me. Counter stuff is interesting to me. I like some of the movement, so I'm definitely gonna try it out.
Okay, cool. Yeah, the game is coming out later this year. It's supposed to be in June 7th in North America, May 26th in Japan, and June 10th in Europe. Shout outs to them actually getting it to Europe at a decent time for once. So, but yeah, no, I'm super excited for this game. So we'll be at EVO.
That's right.
Do you want to take a break and then when we come back, finish it off with some community stuff? Or
you got it.
Did you just want to just barrel through the rest of this?
Is there much?
Not much. Let's take a break.
Sure.
Okay, we'll be right back.